We're on the set of the originals with Danielle, is it Pineda?
Pineda.
Pineda, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Tell us about who you play on the show and how you fit into the mix.
So I am the powerful witch, or I don't know how powerful I am, but I'm the strategist. Sophie is the witch who loses her sister in the first episode and is now working with Joseph and Elijah to basically overthrow Marcel and his reign in New Orleans.
What is one thing that fans can expect from watching the originals, or what are you most looking forward to in this first season?
I think I'm most looking forward to, well, I have my character's interests at heart. So I'm most excited to see how Marcel is gonna get it. Just because I'm curious, and like the fans, stuff is unfolding for me too. So figuring out how by the finale how things are gonna pan out, I think that's what I'm personally most excited about.
So you don't think that Marcel will stay around for a long time in the series?
I don't know about that, but I think that I think that the plan that they have going on right now is set to unveil, and I think that by at least the finale, like, a lot of things are going to change.
How does your personality fit the role? Are you like your character or unlike your character?
I'm like my character in some ways. She's a very passionate person, but I don't know, man, because she's leading an entire people, and it's such an immense responsibility, and there's so many people who are relying on her. And I would hope that I have the same character, but I'm not sure. Although I was always fascinated by witches as a kid, so I'm sure in this universe I'd probably be a witch.
Your character is going to be a great leader in the show, and she lost her sister early. How do you think that's going to affect her throughout the season as her character develops and we get to meet her more?
Well, I think that she's becoming somewhat of a renegade. She has nothing to lose. She's lost her family. So I think that of all the characters, she's the ballsiest and will be the ballsiest.
How did you prepare for this role? How did you get the role?
I auditioned for it, but it's funny, the second that I saw the sides, and I don't feel this way about a lot of auditions, but I saw the sides and I felt like I could really get there. And the audition process was terrifying, and then when I found out that I got it, I threw a big party.
Will we see any romantic interests for your character?
Right now, maybe. But I think that she's like a girl that just got over a bad breakup. Like, there's so much chaos that's happened in her life that I think that romance probably isn't on the mind right now for her.
So you were just telling us this story off camera about being in the cemetery and all the setup, being in the outdoors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, that was, we shot in the cemetery, and it's so funny when you shoot in a cemetery for a long period of time, you kind of forget that you're surrounded by tombs and dead bodies and thousands of bodies. So it's like you'll be having a conversation about, what you did last Saturday, and then you'll realize that you're surrounded by corpses everywhere. And in New Orleans, which is where we shot, in the cemetery, there were cockroaches everywhere, and they fly. The cockroaches fly in the South. I'm a New Yorker, the cockroaches stay on the ground. In the South, they fly and they land in your hair and they land everywhere. It's very glamorous.
We're filming in the South here in Georgia. How do you think Georgia's going to work trying to play the New Orleans vibe?
At first, I have to admit, I was skeptical, but they're really pulling it off. I mean, some of the sets that they've built are so incredible. Our crew, they're so talented, and they really have done an amazing job of mimicking parts of that city. So I'm I'm not worried about that. I think it's going to be good.
Have you had any fan interactions yet, or?
Yeah, I have. I've had obviously a lot of fan buzz on Twitter, which has been really, really fun. And I've had people like recognize me on the street, which is, you know, for Vampire Diaries, I'm sure they get it all the time. For me, it's kind of new. So that's been really exciting. And I think what's great is how just it makes people happy at the end of the day. I think the show is the kind of show that after you've had a long day and you just want to like sit on the couch and just zone out, like this is the perfect show for that. So I think that it's an escape for a lot of people, and they really enjoy it. And I feel honored to be a part of that.
This fall, the blood will flow.
You might try to dial down your glee.
Thursday, October 3rd, the night that raised the stakes is back.
Make yourself right at home.
The season premiere of The Vampire Diaries, followed by the delicious new series, The Originals.
Quite an operation.
Don't miss a single bite.
That would be tragic.
The season premiere of The Vampire Diaries, followed by a special premiere event of The Originals, Thursday, October 3rd on the CW.